Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, Ron has been singing his heart out. Erica couldn't see it. I can see the backstage. Ron, you've been singing the theme song. Ron, you're quite the vocalist. How would you sing that song?
Oh my gosh, that is a good question. Let's see. With sun, that's so high. It's a really high pitch. So I have to bring the pitch
Bring it down. Bring it down.
Sunshine and sorrow, we're paging tomorrow. We're gonna find a better day. Something like that.
Yeah, I think we'll find a way.
There you go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hoping you're having a sunshiny day out there. And if you're not, our job is to get those gray skies moved out of the way just a little bit to bring you some blue. Not the blues, of course. That's the opposite. But the metaphors continue to go on and on. We've got good news going on and on. We've got Ron and Erica joining us right now. And not only that, folks, but I have the good stuff. We're not sponsored by them. Chick-fil-A lemonade, squeezed fresh every morning. Chick-fil-A, if you'd like to sponsor us, we'd appreciate it. So, Ron, what are you sipping today?
Well, I have a couple things. I do have my water.
Okay.
And then I've got Folgers in my Venezuela.
Part of waking up. Black, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Erica, what are we drinking today?
I have Kirkland's Colombian blends with cream, heavy cream, and
extra cream.
And I have my collagen and peptides in there too.
There you go. All right, folks, it's time for you to join with us. Click that like button and take a sip. We call it click it and sip it. 3, 2, 1, here we go. All right, what a way to start the day.
Hey,
noontime.
Coffee, Mexican Iron Man. Oh my gosh, it's like a smorgasbord at his place.
Really? Mexican
Yes.
Iron Man. Mike is a barista in his home.
Yeah, he literally threw out Tom's coffee that he put some whipped cream in. Said, no, you don't do it that way. Watch this. And I can't remember what he made for him, some kind of super cafe latte, whatever thing with his special machine and all that. I mean, what is it? Casa de Iron Man.
Casa de Iron Man, yes.
Yeah, that is a fabulous
Casa de Miguel.
He's a great guy. Boy,
Mike, I'm coming. I'm now that I've been convinced, Hilton Head, I'm on the way. Get me my cafe. Woo woo. Yeah. That's right. The Pro Express doot doot is coming to Mexican Iron Man. All right, we got a super chat coming our way today. Juliet for 2. Evening, that Park Place in chat. Evening to you, Juliet, and good to see you out there. Greatest mod in the history of moderating. Well, we love some of our other mods too, including Tom and the rest. We got Erica, of course, doing her job, and Justin Dutchy is in blue. Got the wrench now too, and thank you to everybody who's out there. We are crossing the 100 mark across all of our platforms right now, and we're going to keep gaining. We've got so much to say today. I want to say a special thank you that Park Place is growing in views, folks. Thank you for checking out the videos as we release them weekly here, whether it's me or Marv or Jonas or Ron or Erica. Or folks, we just appreciate you. Oh, and Vash too. We appreciate you checking out the videos and stopping by. All right, now with all that said and all that in mind, we've got to dive into the big news today. And we're going to start off with the headliner. Many of you clicked this because you said, George Lucas is back? What are you talking about? Is this clickbait? No, it's not. No way. So, are we ready? Should we? I think we should. 3, 2, 1. Let's launch this thing. George is back. Back again. Folks, we're going to tell a friend. Join us right now. Giant Freaking Robot. Hosted by Yahoo Entertainment is reporting this. Star Wars show so awful it was hidden away is finally coming out. Let there be no doubt, though, this is George Lucas. This is not Disney. This is the first time we've seen this since George Lucas and Disney cut the deal. George Lucas is going to release something separate from Disney that is Star Wars, and he has the right to do so. It's a very strange situation. Let's talk about it. Chris Snellgrove is the author here, and it says, one surprising blind spot in Star Wars is that we never got anything on screen that was designed from the ground up as a comedy. Sure, every movie and show squeezes in some moments of humor, but they are designed first and foremost as dramas. Have you ever wondered why the galaxy far, far away never went all in on being funny? No, I have never wondered that, not a single time. As it turns out, Star Wars did develop an animated comedy show many years ago, Star Wars Detours. It was designed as a Robot Chicken style take on our favorite characters, one that would deliver one non-canonical moment after another. The series was developed by Star Wars creator George Lucas and Robot Chicken creator Seth Green. They went all out, recruiting writers from fan-favorite series like Buffy, Battlestar Galactica, and Family Guy. But unfortunately, Star Wars Detours quietly died after Disney acquired the franchise. Despite having already produced 39 episodes, the show was canceled and has never seen the light of day outside one clip leaking to Reddit. However, Seth Green, Dr. Evil's son himself, revealed something startling at this year's San Diego Comic-Con, that a curated selection of Detours episodes would be made available to the public via the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art. That's right, it's not Disney. It's George Lucas who's going to be releasing these episodes for his museum. And folks, you're going to get for the first time in a long time something from George Lucas, not Disney. Going down, it says, in a word, Star Wars Detours began development in 2010, and Lucas and Green managed to produce 2 seasons worth of episodes. But then Disney acquired the Star Wars franchise in 2012. Initially, Green was optimistic that his new show would eventually come out after the sequel trilogy had been completed. In 2018, Disney filed a new trademark for Lucasfilm, but the show was never released and stopped getting official updates. In a 2019 interview with Collider, Green said he felt Disney wasn't interested in this kind of deconstructive comedy coexisting with these sincere interpretations of the characters. Wow, what a bunch of syllables, Mr. Green. A thesaurus are you? All right, so what's going to happen, folks? Well, you're going to get these, and the question is, so Yahoo and Bad Robot, they're positing that these are not funny at all. I don't think that's going to be true. It says, but will fans be excited to see it? That's the real question. While Star Wars Detours is a fascinating part of the franchise history, the leaked episode Dog Day Afternoon was almost painfully unfunny. It says maybe Disney made the right decision by burying this series. Okay, and by the way, they've got Weird Al apparently has original songs in it. So, hey, Weird Al fans, you may get some original Weird Al music in this. So anyway, here's the deal. I think the fact that they're curating it, they're picking episodes, Ron, means they're going to be picking the funniest episodes, and that's what's going to get released at the museum. I think if they're released at the museum, I'm not opining this should happen. I'm not desiring that this should happen. I'm not encouraging, but it won't be long. They'll make it their way onto the web if they're in a museum. So, Ron, it's kind of an odd thing, but we're getting Star Wars from George Lucas for the first time in forever, and maybe for the last time. Your thoughts on it?
Look, it's George Lucas Star Wars, which I would have never in a million years guessed that back in 2015, I should say this. Back in 2015, I would have never guessed that the Disney sequels would make the prequels look like masterpieces. So, and I feel like that's something that kind of little hyperbole there, but that kind of happened. The prequels definitely look better in light of the sequels, and the prequels were all done by George Lucas. So it'll be very interesting to see this. I am a longtime Star Wars fan pre-Disney, and it's gonna be fun to take a look at these when I get a chance to, when they come out, because I'm kind of curious to know if maybe in the material did George Lucas kind of poke fun at his own self, at his own franchise, at his own writing. I would love to see that. Sometimes if it's done in the right light, self-deprecating humor is pretty funny. We'll see how it turns out. I'm very interested in actually seeing how this turns out because, of course, I'm a huge Spaceballs fan, and I'm really worried about how that's going to go under Josh Gad's leadership. Although I will say, and this is a little bit off topic, but their franchise presentation was hilarious.
Yes, and I really appreciated the chanting of Rick, because I love that Rick Moranis getting the shout out that he deserves. Erica, the last time that we had anything from George Lucas working on Star Wars was 13 years ago. To the best of my knowledge, the last time George Lucas did anything with Star Wars was Clone Wars in 2013. So I think this is a pretty big deal. I mean, it's been more than a decade since we've seen anything. He's had no involvement, no cooperation with Disney. They have a severed relationship. Every once in a while, he'll show up like behind the scenes on a set just to say hi to Jon Favreau. But other than that, the most Disney does with George Lucas is pretend that Dave Filoni, is his second coming. And I think that's been blown out of the water. Erica, do you think people should be paying more attention to this story that, hey, George Lucas Star Wars is back, even if it's just a few episodes?
I think it's worth a shot, especially for the sake of the old school fans. I mean, I don't have a whole lot to say on it because I'm not an avid Star Wars viewer, getting into the weeds of the storylines. But I think for the sake of the old school fans, it might be something I think they will check out. And I'm looking forward to hearing what they have to say.
Well, not only that, Erica, but you're exactly right, the old school fans, because they're also getting the original version of Star Wars that has not been seen in decades and decades.
Right.
The original movie is coming back to theaters next year. And so
I heard about that.
A double dose of George Lucas is on the way. And it might be the repudiation that Disney needs for George Lucas stuff to do quite well and for them to find out, we've missed the mark. Ron, let me ask you about this because, people were excited. I was one of them when Disney took over. Not everybody was this way, but I was excited to find out that Disney was taking over Star Wars more than 10 years ago because I thought Disney would do with it what they were doing with Marvel. And of course, what we saw was not only did Star Wars come in and ruin Star Wars, but they damaged Marvel as well later on. Ron, I think the days of people wishing that George Lucas was uninvolved, that's gone away now. I think people, long for having him have some part in this franchise, whatever's left of the thing.
Mm-hmm. And it's really sad the passing of his ex-wife, because she was such an important and imperative part to the first Star Wars movie that ever came out and created a balance. Without that, there was George. I do feel like the criticism that George needed somebody to keep him in check was an appropriate criticism. But then when Disney took over and basically Kathleen Kennedy took over, it was, it was a complete spiral of it. And it was odd for me. There were certain things about the sequel trilogy visually that I loved. When they did the planet where I think it was like white sand and like red underneath it, visually, I'm like, that's a cool planet, a cool idea, but there were just so many things that they got wrong with the lore, with Jedi powers, with all of that kind of thing. It'll be really nice to see something from George again, and I hope, it's my hope, almost hope beyond hope at this point in time. I hate to say, but it would be nice if there was something that could rekindle the franchise, a la the first season of Mandalorian, right? So we had, if you've got this new thing, the cartoon from George Lucas, people see that. You've got next year, the 50th anniversary, and Star Wars comes out. It rekindles the excitement about the original Star Wars, and then Disney can find somebody, probably not Dave Filoni, who can do something with this franchise to just, I don't know, breathe new life into it. It would be great. I would love to love new Star Wars again. I would love to be as excited for Star Wars as I was during the days when they had Star Wars weekends at Hollywood Studios. And honestly, it's kind of tragic to me as a fan to go to Galaxy's Edge and go, I'm in this place that sort of looks like Temu Star Wars, like kind of Star Wars, but it doesn't feel, I don't feel the feelings, the joy, the euphoria that I felt on the days of Star Wars weekends when I was in the park. And I would love to have that again.
That would be cool. I remember those days.
Yeah. And Ron, I would say too, and Eric as well, they got to fix something about Star Wars because this part of the park that we're looking at right now, Hollywood Studios and Disneyland, rather empty. The last time we went over in that direction, walked up to Oga's Cantina and said, hey, you got any availability? And it's summer. It's hot. You think people would want to be in there and get a drink? We said, you got any availability? They said, oh, yes, please. Like desperation. And we said, Marvin was actually the one leading this. He said, okay, well, when should we come back? And they said, right now, come on in. It was a walk-in in the middle of primetime vacay days at Disney World. So they got to get Star Wars fixed. Otherwise, they got a brick. They got a duck in the middle of some of their most important theme park real estate. Yuck. That's no fun, Disney. Maybe this George Lucas return can help. And who knows? Maybe he'll do one final project where he collaborates or something. I don't know. He's over 80. The museum is going up and opening soon. So, folks, there you go. If you're feeling a little gloomy, just know you got extra George Lucas on the way, not including Lucasfilm. Nothing to do with Kathleen Kennedy. This is pre-Kathleen Kennedy stuff coming your way. Check it out. Let us know what you have to say when it comes to Star Wars. You know, there's bad, and then there's embarrassingly bad. The New York Post is reporting this, and that means it's hit the mainstream. Folks, Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Remember the genius Imagineers who told us, oh yeah, we get that Bayou magic coming in, baby. Remember they had to destroy Splash Mountain and replace it? Got to get that DEI movement because they knew this was going to be the big thing going forward for years and years and years, was woke. DEI, translations of every favorite ride you had. Oh, wait a minute. That died after just a few years, eh? Okay, well, it turns out those genius Imagineers screwed up badly. So badly that Tiana's Bayou Adventure is now being accused of being held together with duct tape. The New York Post, Ben Cost reporting this. So embarrassing. Malfunction-plagued Disney ride ripped over duct-taped prop. That's a good headline. I'd like to steal that headline. That's a good one. It says, is it Donald Duck? Oh, stop it, you. What's this guy's name? Ben Cost? You are a man after my heart. Is it Donald Duck? Disney World is facing backlash after guests noticed that the props on the other on one of the rides was seemingly held together by cheap adhesive. The sticky situation, and you did it again, reportedly affected Tiana's Bayou Adventure, a log flume inspired by the 2009 Disney animated film The Princess and the Frog. And you all know, it's Splash Mountain. It's one of the most favorite rides of all time, and they destroyed the thing. However, it says, one sharp-eyed rider noticed one feature that didn't belong in this magic setting. Tiana's Bayou Adventure is literally being held together with duct tape, which, mind you, was not invented during the time period this ride takes place. Okay, well, we're going to hit him with that, eh? Yep, there it is. The entire side of the food cart that Tiana has been duct taped together. Duct taped together. Accompanying photos show a green car whose rear is slapped with several strips. Viewers felt like the tape detracted from the attraction. Oh my gosh, no way. This is so embarrassing, said one ex-user, while another wrote that Walt Disney World would have Walt Disney himself would have a freaking conniption if he saw this. Well, he would have a conniption if he knew they took out Brer Frog, Brer Rabbit, and all the rest of them. A third snarked. It's okay. That's just go away green duct tape. No one will ever see it. Oh, how clever. Of course, others, and this is what's embarrassing to Disney, this is being talked about on the New York Post, hitting the mainstream. How long until Fox News has it? How long until the gray lady is talking about it? Others noted that the tape seemed par for the course, given the myriad malfunctions that have plagued the water ride since its opening in 2024. Went on it yesterday, said somebody, and half of Tiana's head was on the ground. Ride shut down right after we got off. Head on the ground, looking like a fool with your head on the ground. Oh, wait a minute. Here it is. I've got the Reddit post for you. We've seen video of this. We've played it before. It says, has anyone been on Tiana's Bayou Adventure lately? I'm not here to argue about whether the retheme was necessary or good, just to point out that the current state of the attraction is quite terrible. So this was 6 months ago, so I'm just bringing this up to you because they're citing 6 months ago, but now, what are we seeing, folks? Today, it's just as bad, right? It's just as bad. It's nothing has gotten better. It says, on the first lift hill, Tiana's mouth does not move. All of the Louis animatronics have terrible wear. The Mama Odie screen was broken. Mama Odie on the main lift hill never seems to be working. Malfunction from the other day. It's only been half, and I've probably seen blah, 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 blah. You get the idea. Ladies and gentlemen, everything is broken. Everything has gone wrong. All right, Erica, Ron, your thoughts on the situation?
Everything is broken. Oh, just look. I have not been on Tiana's Bayou Adventure in a while. My son, when we go to the parks, refuses to ride it. Does not want to get on Tiana's Bayou Adventure at all. When you go by Tiana's Bayou Adventure, even worse than just the duct tape is a vista over what used to be Rivers of America and all of the construction going on back there. And construction walls don't hide it because they'd have to build them 30 feet tall to hide that. the Magic Kingdom right now, the state of the Magic Kingdom in general, this is sort of that icing on the cake, if you will.
The video we're playing is actually from earlier. Yeah. It looks worse than this now. So,
oh yeah, way worse than that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you've got giant construction cranes in there. You know what's funny? remember my my infamous Columbia Harbor House ducking and all that.
We remember you hiding from Disney security in the upper floors of the Columbia Harbor House.
So if you go up there now, they have this like the windows where you can look out over what used to be Rivers of America, kind of blocked out with like some white stuff on it. But even that is peeling back because they don't want people to be able to see over the construction. But it's peeling back, and every time I go in there, it looks like they've fixed some, but more is down. This is just all over. There used to be a thing, so for people that know about the Keys Basics, there used to be 4 Keys Basics. Now there's stupid 5, but one of the biggest keys was show. And what show was the Walt Disney himself, the ideal that everything on stage would look as perfect as it possibly could. And there was not any amount of money that you could spend that would be beyond what need. Like you spend whatever you need to make things look perfect to the guest. This harkens back to the opening of Disneyland when the asphalt was wet and people were sinking their heels into it, right? I mean, they fixed that, and here we are 70 years later, and they can't. They're using duct tape to put stuff together in the park. I can't believe. I honestly cannot believe that this is the current state of Walt Disney World. And to put this in context, I remember when I first got to Florida, this was 2009. I had a pass back then. I never worked at Walt Disney World yet, but I had a pass at SeaWorld. I had a pass at Disney World. And I remember looking up in a particular attraction at SeaWorld and kind of seeing at the top, like the roof, it was older and some of the paint was peeling. And I was thinking to myself, and I think it was around 2010, 2011, I remember, and I think I even said it out loud. I said, that kind of thing would never happen at Walt Disney World. And here we are when not only is this kind of thing happening at Walt Disney World, it's happening all over. Tiana's Bayou Adventure, yeah, it's in really, really poor condition, and yet they still operate it. Still goes down from time to time. You've got animatronics with ripping necks, with the felt ripped open. They clearly didn't design these with any degree of humidity in mind. The Tiana's in B mode, all those. It's a level of bad show that is just so beyond the pale from anything that I can ever recall in Disney history. I don't know how it got this bad. I know that they're about to get a new president of Walt Disney World, and I hope that when he comes in there, he just he needs to do a overhaul.
I'll tell you this. So we'll come back to Tiana's, but you brought up just how bad it is across the park. Nemo. I just wrote this the other day. Every single mechanical thing on this ride was broken. Unless it was a screen, it was broken. The sharks that pop out, broken. The anglerfish, broken. Everything on this ride, except for things that are projected, was broken. And that's where we are right now. Okay, so speaking of things that are broken, let's go now to another update about Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which, remember, is a pre-existing, fully functioning ride, Splash Mountain, that was the most popular attraction at Disney World. It worked. It worked gloriously well. It is the zippity-doo-dah reason that a lot of people said, hey, let's go to the Magic Kingdom today. Well, guess what? We've got more on this. Rockin' Stardust says Tiana's duct tape has changed after the New York Post came out to an up and down pattern. Lewis having a rough day, and this projector has been broken for weeks now. Okay, so here's what they've done. The New York Post came out, made fun of them, so they fixed it. They did more duct tape, and they made it into an upside down T pattern. Let's see what else is broken. Yep. What I'm actually looking at, folks, is I think Tiana's broken too. Pay attention to this. Tiana on the other side of him is stuck in a strange position. Her head is bobbing, but I think she's broken. Watch. Moving on. There you go. And another broken projector right there and right here. Supposed to be stuff on the screen. Okay. So, Erica, they came in, they fixed it, Erica. They fixed Splash Mountain. How is it this broken? It's a brand new overlay of an existing ride that worked. How? How can they be this incompetent?
$1 million question. I'm sorry. I'm really speechless to see that kind of level of neglect from start to finish. I mean,
even at Erica, they have to know. I mean, the New York Post is mocking them. National media is mocking them, and they changed the way they did the duct tape and kept the duct tape on.
I think it's just, welcome to the state of the current Disney Imagineering. You've got a bunch of kids in there. I'm sorry. They're fresh out of college. Maybe some of them never even went to college, and they're just being pulled from God only knows where.
Honestly, I think if they hadn't gone to college at this point, they might be better off. I'm worried that we're I'm worried that we're getting gender studies majors to come in and fix rides.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. It's just having had family that worked in engineering and seeing this, it's really, it breaks my heart. I mean, and it's infuriating more than anything because the name, the brand, at what point are you bringing back the quality that it used to have? I mean, come on. You cannot, I don't see how even Iger and now Demaro, how are you not seeing this?
Well, the question I have for both of you, Erica, is what does this make us think about, like Carousel of Progress being redone?
Oh, I have no hope for that. That is, and that's really from Rivers of America to now Carousel of Progress. I mean, what else do we have in Orlando that Walt really had his hands on that they're going to rip out?
We probably shouldn't list them out. They'll make a bullet list.
Exactly. But it it is what it is. It's just Colleen, Carousel of Progress, man. I'm telling you, I've said it before. What's there now is going to end up in the Disney archives.
But just a reminder, Erica, as you look at, just real quick, I don't mean to interrupt you, but as you look at this video, Erica, this screams Louisiana, right? I mean, this definitely totally looks like Louisiana. Definitely. This is 1000% Louisiana. No doubt about it.
I've never been to Louisiana, so
I can tell you one thing. It's flat.
Another thing that they got rid of is all the trees down there at the bottom of the hill. I remember very clearly because I was out there documenting I was out there like every week, maybe a couple times a week before they opened this attraction up. That's when I met Drew, the Disney dude. He was actually really excited about this coming, and I was not. Hey, I loved his enthusiasm, but I saw the trees. And it's very clear. I don't know how many of them they ripped out, but now when you get down to the bottom of that hill, it's just it's heat. It's there. It's somebody said in the unimagineering in the chat, and I'm like, that's so correct. I think honestly that what we are seeing are the lasting effects of DEI implementation from across the board at Disney, really starting when they started to bring people back and bring new people in, especially in 2020 and 2021.
Can I just tell you, Ron, again, apologies. I'm really not trying to interrupt, but this is creepy. I mean, can you imagine the kid? I mean, this is worse than the Haunted Mansion. Like, Mom, is Lewis having a stroke? I mean, that is.
Disney gone ghetto. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. And who wants to pay the amount that it takes to go there, for a vacation or even for locals for that matter? I mean, I've got family that pretty much they stopped with the Disney annual passes and they went to Universal now or SeaWorld parks. They no longer even want anything to do with Disney because the quality has just gone down so much.
Well, it's gone down so much, folks, that the national news media is mocking them, and frankly, it's deserved. I mean, the amount of money that people are spending to go here, and duct tape, and that's why I wanted to bring it up. Because if I just stopped on this article, people are going to say, "Well, Pro, you just love that something was broken and they fixed it for the day with duct tape, and and they fixed it that night. You're such a pain. You're so negative. Blah 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 blah." And then we go to the post that shows, oh no, they're changing the style of the duct tape every single day. Like they're getting hammered in the media. And could they fix it? No, just change it. Hide the duct tape a little bit better. That's what we're going to do. There you go, folks. That's where we are with the replacement for Splash Mountain. We told you so. We told you they didn't know what they were doing. They did it anyway. And here we are. Tiana's busted. Bayou Adventure. They're not finding spices. They're just finding lemons. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-hey. My, oh my, what a beautiful day. I know it's wonderful. And plenty of sunshine coming my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-hey. Mr. Duct Tape's on my shoulder. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got sunshine and blue skies because we're getting super chats from you. Remember, Culture Casino is going to be joining us in just a few. But what do the superstars out there have to say? Ken Reihart for 2. When did Red Green start working for Disney? I think you mean Red Go Away Green. Da-da-ba-ba-dum-bum. We got Barnes and Noobs for $4.99. Better store than Barnes and Nobles. Even when Splash was in the worst shape mechanically of its lifespan, it was still 1,000 times more enjoyable than Tiana's busted adventure will ever be. Indeed. And Nemo Veer for $1.99. Donald Duct Tape. Coming soon to the gift shop. All right. Let's get started on some stuff here. 3, 2, 1. What do you got? Oh, wait. I need to tell some people a little bit of a story here. Can I spin a yarn panel? Is that okay with you for just a moment?
Sure.
I need to take some umbrage with one Lorne Connor, who, by the way, is going to be shaved now. We raised the money, the funds. We're going to do a charity stream where we're going to shave Lorne. I know, Erica. That's fun, isn't it?
What?
Yes. So Lorne, in a moment of, well, let's just say his brain was missing. Lorne decided to say, yeah, if somebody pays me $1,000, I'll totally shave my head. Erica, I don't think he understood that his head includes all of this, like everything. So the chat paid $1,000. Lorne has to shave his head. So I've decided we're going to do it for charity. So we're going to try to raise a little bit of extra money and that kind of stuff. Erica, would you like, you're in the States now. Would you like to do the shaving? I mean, we can make this happen.
I would. I absolutely would.
Maybe you and your husband just get all the foam and everything on him and just shave half. We'll raise some more money. Shave the other half, maybe.
I learned a few things from my mom. She's a cosmetologist.
What razor do you think we should use to shave Lorne? Are we going to do a straight razor? What are we going to do?
Well, you got to use clippers first. Get the hair first, and then you come in with your shaving cream, and then your razor. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait till if Lorne is watching right now. He will be watching after the show ends for sure. He comes in and clips these. So. You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. But I got to take some umbrage with Lorne because Lorne is trending online right now, and not for anything he's doing on the show. Ron, I didn't know that Lorne has a backstory sort of like you. So Lorne sang the vocals on a song about a video game 25 years ago, and suddenly that song has been rediscovered. Well, it turns out that song about Team Fortress is a parody of a song by parody artist Weird Al. Since You've Been Gone. So it's a song about playing this game that's set to the tune of Since You've Been Gone, well, I feel like I'm getting tetanus shots every day.
Oh my
Well, Lorne thought it was a great idea, and I agreed to play the song, the parody that he did 25 years ago. We got hit by Weird Al for playing a parody. It's not Weird Al. It's his company. But anyway, we had to share revenue on yesterday's show with Mr. Yankovic. And honestly, it's an honor. I want to help Mr. Yankovic out.
Since you've been gone, it's more than 25 years old.
Oh, yeah.
I know, right?
I am really old.
I know. I'm sitting here
I'm like, oh my gosh. How old
You know, I've been in a buttload of pain since you've been gone. Since you've been gone.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't feel any worse if I dropped a 2-ton bowling ball on my toes since you've been gone. All right. That's right. Ron is right, says Weird Al gotcha.
Yeah.
Got another super chat in. James All Day TV for 5. Disney should hire Eric Parr from Universal Creative and let him fix Imagineering. I got another name, but I'm not going to say it, that they should hire if he's watching right now. Yep. All right, folks, we got to dip back into the news, and we've got a good one for you. If that last one wasn't good enough, how about this? Disney is facing the Muzak when it comes to Lightning Lane, FastPass, and what they've been doing. Yeah, they made a ton of money off it, but just like we told you, people hate it. People hate Lightning Lane. They despise it. And now, try as Disney might, it's made the news too.
It's showtime! Straight from the heart of the park.
Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this out of thatparkplace.com. It's by Chim Lee. Wall Street Journal report shows guests don't like Disney's Lightning Lane. Now, why are we reporting this from That Park Place instead of the Wall Street Journal? Well, because it's behind a paywall. But here, it's free to go, and we're just going to cite the stuff that we need. A Wall Street Journal report examined the problems with Disney's Lightning Lane and why some guests have expressed frustration with the system. The article focused on visitors who spend part of their day managing ride reservations through a mobile app rather than making decisions spontaneously through their visit. The report featured interviews and observations about how Lightning Lane has changed the theme park experience for some visitors. One person in many groups, the designated scroller, I love that, as the Wall Street Journal puts it, often takes responsibility for checking availability, modifying reservations, and planning the day around attraction return times. Their experience may change significantly from that of the rest of their party. Lightning Lane is Disney's paid service. You all know it replaced FastPass. You know that there was Genie Plus. Now there's Lightning Lane Multipass and Lightning Lane Single Pass and Lightning Lane Premier and blah, 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 blah. Well, here's the problem. Some visitors, we call them guests around here, appreciate having a way to reduce time spent waiting in standby lines. Of course, you all know we had that for free and much easier with FastPass. However, other guests say the system adds extra planning requirements to their park visits and takes away from the magic and immersion. Catherine Garcia shared her concerns of using Lightning Lane on a trip with her 4-year-old son. Quote, I feel like it's a distraction. I'm watching him and I've got to be on my phone and I'm trying not to crash into people. Many Lightning Lane complaints center on the amount of attention required before and during a park day. Guests may need to learn how reservations work, monitor attraction availability, and adjust plans, time using a phone to manage Lightning Lane selections while others enjoy attractions, meals, or other activities. It goes on to talk about just how much people hate this. The Wall Street Journal exposes this. They have a survey, and it turns out people just can't stand this. They want to go back, if you can believe it, to the paper-based system that we haven't had since 2014. Now, we had the paper-based FastPass in 1999 all the way through 2014. It worked great, unless you're a tree, and people are wanting to go back to something similar to that. That's no surprise, but I'm sure Disney's going to find a way to monetize it. We're now hearing that Disney, and I don't know if we've got an article on this yet, but we're now hearing, panel, that Disney is looking to change Lightning Lane and simplify it. So your thoughts on this and your thoughts on Lightning Lane, I don't buy the thing. I mean, I'm not doing it. I'll just tell you, I'm not doing it. I'm not spending $100, $200 a day to get into Disney and then spending another $25 on top of that to skip 3 lines. I'm just not doing it. I'm not playing that game. So what do you guys think about the current system?
Sucks.
Yeah.
Look, you can, if you want to fix Lightning Lane, there's a very simple fix to it. Keep Premier for those people paying for that. But for those people paying for Premier, keep the price the same and allow them as many rides as they want on the attractions instead of just one per attraction. Get rid of multipass Lightning Lane, and then have an option for people that do want to ride the most popular rides that they can pay like one extra price for those to get in a Lightning Lane, but do away with multipass. Why? Because I have seen people ticked off that they've made their like Lightning Lane plans and they have multipass, and yet they get stuff like Journey into the Imagination or Living with the Land or whatever, and they get up to the line and it's a 10-minute line, it's a 5-minute line. They're not really saving any time.
I've watched this before, Ron, where you go like you're saying, Journey into Imagination or Living with the Land, and it's like at 6 p.m. or whatever. I have literally watched as people who walk on the standby line get on the ride faster.
Yep.
Because take Living on the Land, for example. For those of you who have been there many times, you know this. If there's no line, you literally walk in, you take a left, and you're on the ride. You just walk left, there's the boat. If you're a fast pass, you got to go all. So I have literally, Ron, watched. Fast pass people do all this walking all around the queue while everybody else who didn't have fast pass goes, oh, there's the boat.
I've done experiments 3 times with Lightning Lanes where I said, oh, hey, you've got a Lightning Lane. Let's check. Let's see what happens. I'm going to enter the same time as you. Did this on Soren. He'll probably, I think he's okay with me saying this. Disney Clips guy, he's on X. Did it on Soren with him, and he had the Lightning Lane, and I did not. So I went to the standby queue, which said 15 minutes. And we met at exactly the same spot when we got let in. Then we rode the ride together. It was great. But it's just, and then, he had to then rush after that because his next Lightning Lane was in Epcot at Frozen. Now, for those that don't know, that is on the other side of the park around the water. Like, you got to go walk around the lake. It's probably a good, if you're fast walking, it's like 20 minutes just to walk over there. And it's a lot of steps. And that's the other problem is you can't just set up the Lightning Lanes to make sense to your day. There are so many problems with it. And that's why I said, if you want to keep the Premier Pass and make it, free, basically you're paying $450 per person extra in the Magic Kingdom for that Premier Pass. So let those people have a Lightning Lane, but then really, really keep that Lightning Lane down, because then the regular queue moves way faster.
Yeah, and the other thing here that I would say on Lightning Lane, Erica, is that it's even being slowed down by all of these VIP tours. There are VIP tours everywhere now, and they get to ride every single ride without a line. And these can be larger groups, and people are buying these up. I mean, it's just, there are VIP tours everywhere. It's like Brazilian tour groups of the past. So you get the plaid skirt, the plaid shirt, walking them around. They get to wear a plaid cap now. Yay, them. And they get to go to the front of the line. And all of this is slowing down the standby line. So if there is a standby line, which is Ron and I were just talking about, sometimes there's not. But if there is a standby line, quite frustrating to have your line move at half the speed because of Lightning Lane and then the VIP tour. So I think this whole system is at this point just busted, and the company needs to find another way of rustling up extra cash.
Unfortunately, Disney's kind of made a name for them, a reputation now of just monetize every angle that what we can to bring in
make a buck.
Yeah, and they've completely lost sight of the original vision and I don't want to say business model, but just like the vision Walt had. And I don't know, it's with the Lightning Lane. We bought it once for one day back in 2023. And it was only because Guardians and Tron were still so new. And even then, we couldn't get into the virtual queue. So we actually ended up having to buy the individual Lightning Lanes just to get on to those 2 rides. And it was kind of a mess, but I won't buy it again. It's just too expensive, and the attendance has gone down so much. It's just not worth it. If your average wait time is honestly under 45 minutes for any attraction, that's pretty standardly good for a theme park. There's no need to purchase a skip the line pass.
Yeah, and the other thing with this, okay, because it's complicated, right? So there's also the premium Lightning Lane. And so your normal Lightning Lane doesn't get you the rides that you probably want to ride, like Rise of the Resistance and Pandora, or not Pandora, Flight of the Avatar. It doesn't get you into the biggest attraction, I think, on the property right now, Cosmic Rewind. So literally, the people who are riding Cosmic Rewind, they all paid extra to ride it. This is like, extra DLC for a video game. Oh, you got into Epcot? Oh, you wanted to ride this thing? Well, that's going to cost you a little extra cash. You got some extra cash? Oh, I'm sorry, you're middle class? You don't have that? Don't worry about it, okay? You can ride Figment over and over again. And that, I think, is what has driven people to say, we hate this. We hate it.
And also, my understanding, and I could be wrong about this, I thought I read somewhere that food sales have dropped a little bit, merch sales have dropped a little bit. So it's not like people are spending more; they're just rebudgeting, right? They're going, okay, well, we'll buy a few less food items, less gift items to do the experience, and that money is money out the window.
Yeah.
I hate that idea because if you're going on a vacation and you want to hold those memories tight with more than just photographs, buying some type of memorabilia or some type of a gift. I collect shot glasses from places that I go, or as they're called at Walt Disney World, toothpick holders.
Really, of all the trivia I know about Disney, I did not realize that.
Yeah.
That's what they call shot glasses.
Yeah, look at any shot. Look at the look at the gift tag or
Did
the
not
price
know it.
tag at any shot glass at Disney, and it will not say shot glass. It will either say toothpick holder or TPH on it. Yeah,
I don't really bother with the way they're building bars everywhere. I mean, at this point, just call it a shot glass.
The irony, right? The complete irony. But
It's a holdover from an earlier age when Disney was a more clean company, I would say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better company.
Yep. All right. Well, it's interesting indeed, but they're being called out for this. Ron, you've offered an idea. Erica, what do you think they're going to do? Are they going to actually go through with simplifying Lightning Lane? Like, what's the plan? You think?
I don't know how they tried that once already and it's backfired. So now third time's a charm, I guess. They're going to go for round 3 on simplifying. Well, Disney, my question to you is, what is your idea of simplifying exactly? Because we're telling you what we want. At what point are you going to open your ears and actually listen? Like
that's a good question.
Next door, at Universal, who actually listens to their customers.
Yeah, and isn't it amazing? We talked about Epic was going to go to nighttime passes and fireworks, and we talked about all that they were going to basically have Mickey's Not So Scary every single night, and we think that's what's happening in 2027. We're starting to see that pattern move forward. So their competitors, they know what they're doing. Disney seems to be stuck in the past, and hopefully at last they're going to get this figured out because, hey, we don't like it either when Disney gets embarrassed in the national media. So go Disney, go fix this thing and throw us back FastPass some way, somehow. And by the way, what a better name it is, FastPass, than Lightning Lane. FastPass. I mean, if you've got that trademarked, and you do, never stop using that. That's the best name ever. All right, the stars go up in the sky and on the screen. Spartan Bot 1001 for $5. The original version of Since You've Been Gone came out in 1976. LL. Rainbow covered it in 1979. Kelly Clarkson did a cover in 2001. I saw Rainbow there and I thought, wait, did Kermit sing this? Did Kermit sing? Since you've been gone, I can feel for the very first time.
I feel like there is a version where Kermit sings that song. I'm sure.
Is there?
It's got to
Really?
be, right?
Oh
and sure, Piggy, Miss Piggy, I'm sure she's singing.
What are the lyrics to what are the lyrics to it? Since you've been gone, hang on.
I can breathe for
gosh.
the first time. I think since you've been gone. Yeah.
Let's see. Hang on. How would it go? How would it go? It would
I just
go
feel really, really old.
It would go, but since you've been gone, I can breathe for the first time. I'm so moving on. Yeah, thanks to you. Now I get what I want. Since you've been gone.
I was in a murder mystery dinner theater show in Branson, Missouri, and we used that song for some kind of laugh getting. I don't remember what we used it for, but I do remember that it was in that. Now that I'm thinking back, I forgot that was 2005. I was like, dear Lord.
I think it'd be better as Homer. I think we should do that. I think we should do like when the Odyssey leaves. We should do Homer since Homer wrote the Odyssey. Not that Homer, but anyway, I think we can do a parody video and get Homer in it and be like, since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. I'm still moving on. Yeah. Thanks to you. Now I get what I want. Since you've been gone.
For the Homer voice.
Now that we actually have the face reveal, it is really fun to watch you actually do the voices that probably wondered.
Homie, stop singing that song. I'm sorry, Marge. I just couldn't control myself. Kelly Clarkson, you're a genius. Woo! All right. Thank you, Spartan Ball. We got more out of that than usual, eh? The first Dragon Queen for 5, 3 out of 30. Maybe you want people in bear suits. If the goal is achieved, I'll release the most controversial one yet. Hugs for all. And hugs to you, Dragon Queen. Thank you so much. We've got WJB Daily, member for 4 months. Disney Lightning Lane could learn from USFL, Universal Studios Florida's Hagrid's Coaster. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Has anybody either of you been on Hagrid lately?
No, not lately. It's been a year, but
never.
It's a hard ride. I mean, like if you don't like waiting, it's a hard ride to get on.
Slowly.
But it's a fun ride. I love Gringotts, man. Gringotts, that's my favorite.
That's your go-to, huh?
It's the theming is like just it's so, that's what I love about Harry Potter. I'm not a Harry Potter fan, and yet when I go to those worlds over there at the Universal parks, I'm so transported even into a world that I'm not a fan of, that I'm having a joy that as a fan of Star Wars, I get the exact opposite feeling when I go to Galaxy's Edge, just complete disappointment, and I hate that. I just wish that even if they had made it like another outpost on Tatooine, something like that. But making it, here's a Star Wars adjacent land that has really nothing to do with anything you've ever seen in a movie. It's just the dumbest thing ever. I don't like. How did that get approved? And still to this day, it blows my mind.
Let me tell you, we have created quite the conversation out there about these voices and the characters. God dang it, Texas 8412 says, find the Kermit version of Once in a Lifetime. By Radiohead? Did Kermit do Radiohead? Talking Heads. Okay. I don't know how this song goes. You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack, and you may find yourself in another... Oh, wait, I do know that song. Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again. Okay. Yeah. So I've seen the version with Kermit. So it would be like, letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again after the money's gone. Once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. And you may ask yourself, how do I work this? And you may ask yourself, where is that large automobile? And you may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful house. And you may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful wife. That would be Kermit. All right. How's that for you? Well, that's the live version, eh? All right. Ron, you've got a voice you do from time to time before we bring in culture. What's your voice that when you do it, everybody says, whoa?
Ron E. Bradley?
No, not true. It's not true. You do a voice. I've heard it before. You've done it for us before, that when you do it, we all go, wow.
I think it's Roger Rabbit.
It is Roger Rabbit.
It's the Toon Patrol. Hi, me Eddie.
There's nobody that I know of who does that voice as well as you do, except for the guy who does the voice. I mean, I've never heard anybody have that good of a Roger Rabbit.
I don't know what to say.
What's your favorite line from the movie, Ron?
Damn it, Roger. You mean to tell me that you could get out of those handcuffs at any time? No, not at any time. Only when it was funny.
You know, you got a good Eddie Valiant too. Okay.
Please.
That's not bad. Erica, any secret talents you got on in terms of voices you can do?
I won't reveal them here. Not yet.
Oh.
When we hang out in person, that side of me will come out, but I just can't right now.
By the way, Crass Ox is out there dropping $5. Crass, if you meant to send in a message with this, just let us know. We'd love to see what it is you had to say. Ron, as I was tossing that to you, some folks said, oh, we know what he can do.
What?
I found the man who lives the life I need. Please, high tide Harry, will you marry me? He's high tide Harry, and he should
What a
marry
perfect
me.
day for a stroll with you, my dear.
It's magical.
Now, Ron, for those who don't know, we played that earlier in the year because you told us that you had listened to the lovemaking of crocodiles and alligators. Gator country, you had, or Gatorland, you were positioned when you worked there in a place where you heard the lovemaking every single day of the gators. Is that right, Ron? Now that's tantalizing. For all of you lady gators out there who just heard that, you got to admit that was the call. Ron, is that the mating call, or is that the call that lets you know that baby crocs and gators are on the way?
I think it's a mating call.
Okay.
I just know that when it happened to me one time, and I was like, "What the?" Because it's so loud. It's like it's really really deep and
Let me
really,
see.
really
So it's like
loud.
whoa, like that.
Yeah, and I was sitting right next to the gator when it happened, so I think the gator had the hots for me. So I'm not really sure.
Well, I'm going to tell you like cousin Eddie says to Clark. Okay, don't wear short pants.
Oof.
That's all I'm going to say.
Oh gosh.
All right, folks. Culture Casino is on his way, and we're excited to have him. Next two stories coming up. We're going to be talking about Disney doing huge discounts, continuing the 4-day summer pass all the way into October. Who knew summer lasts that long? Yeah, I know. And it could be because the crowds are low. But guess what else? We're also going to be talking about a Bible study at Disney World, drawing national attention. But before we do any of that, I think it's about time for one Mr. Culture Casino.
Purple potatoes, fried green tomatoes, arugula. Hey, what's up?
When injustice strikes, I strike back.
Culture Casino. Let's go. Culture Casino. Let's go. When the EMS tries their best, strap him down, check his chest. Culture Casino. Casino. Culture Casino. Culture Casino. Let's go. Let's go. Culture Casino.
When injustice strikes, I strike back.
Flamethrowing bears can't keep the man down. Bearded and burning, it's a Campione town. Kumquats and roses, snap peas and lotus. Watch the jugular. Culture Casino. Let's go. Culture Casino. Let's go. When the EMS tries their best, strap him down, check his chest. Culture Casino. Casino. Culture Casino. Casino.
Go fund yourself, Bob.
We need to restore the bear timeline.
The bear timeline. What are you talking about?
Bear timeline. We need to. Well, we had Carmen Sandiego trying to defeat my flame-throwing bears, and then the timeline ended. I don't know what happened. I feel like Kurtzman. I've been cut off.
No. We're gonna finish this off. Okay. We waited for the AI technology to catch up so that we can now have you truly defend your kumquat trees.
That's right.
Yeah.
See,
Like you defended against the EMTs when they showed up.
I did. I'm turning into Ron, though. I'm going to have to work out more. So watch out.
FNT, EMT, any difference there, Culture?
Well, this is Friday night tights. So
Yeah.
a little different.
Could you maybe wear sometimes an EMT cap just in
I
honor
could.
of those who you thrashed about?
I could go put on my my fisherman's hat, which is actually adorned with the local fire department.
Was that by court order that you would now have to support them in some way to make up for your?
No,
Okay.
I've had it for years. I've been a productive one of my community for a long period of time.
Which is why the betrayal hurt them so much more when you were.
Betrayal. I was clearly out of my mind. Whatever was going on.
That's always my defense too, Culture.
Clearly out of my mind. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now that Culture's here, shall we dive? Culture, what are you drinking? What do you got?
Oh, water. Yeah, we need to sip it and click it. If you haven't hit,
We've already done it, but do it again, folks. But if you've already clicked the like button, don't press it again. Don't do it again. Me and my lemonade, still having a good day.
What is that? Chick-fil-A lemonade?
It's Chick-fil-A lemonade. They squeeze the lemons fresh every single day.
Yeah,
When
this is lemon water. I hand squeezed my lemons today.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, we're not sponsored by Chick-fil-A yet,
We should be.
but we would love to be. Try wonderful Chick-fil-A diet lemonade made with real, not real sugar. It's squeezed by real people with real lemons who have real problems, but still want to give you the best beverage you can have every single day.
Can you really order it without sugar or with a sugar substitute?
You can. Yeah, they got two giant dispensers of lemonade. One real sugar, one whatever it is they put in it, Splendor, whatever.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Good to know.
add your own coconut sugar or your own cane sugar, though. You take it
Coconut
home.
coconut
That's a good
sugar.
idea.
What are you talking about?
All right.
What is coconut sugar?
Coconut sugar.
It's
What is it?
better for your blood glucose.
Oh,
It's
okay.
healthier. Yeah.
I know about this. Okay. I always do the what's the stuff from the monk fruit?
Yeah, monk fruit's good too. Mhm.
Yeah. Culture, you approve?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about rabbi fruit?
It's better than priest fruit.
I mean, it's got to be kosher, right?
You know what?
Probably.
I'm gonna grow breadfruit just so I can, show it off. That's gonna be the next word.
Breadfruit?
Breadfruit.
You gotta stop making stuff up,
It's a
okay?
real thing.
Not real.
Breadfruit.
Can't-
Now
you
we're gonna
cannot
have to
grow
look this
bread
up
on a
and
tree.
make Something new.
First Dragon Queen for 2, Culture got to see half a plushie.
I did.
I'm bringing LOL.
I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be good.
We all are. Every one of us. All right, folks, near and far, let's dive into the next news. Straight out of the heart of WDW. What are we talking about? More discounts.
There we go. One more for the top. Triple decker, just how you like it.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Wolf.
You enjoy it.
We will.
We've got this out of Disney Tourist Blog coming to us from the magnificent Tom Bricker, who says, new 40% off Disney World Resort Hotels flash sale starts soon for summer 2026 and beyond. Thank you, Buzz. This is amazing to me. The crowd levels must be so low because 40% off? What are we? Is this Hobby Lobby now? 40% off every other week. They got some new deal to drag these prices down as far as they can possibly go. It says a new flash sale on Walt Disney World Resort Hotels starts very soon. The exclusive limited time discount offers up to 40% off room rates for trips in summer and beyond, and appears to be a repeat of last year's Christmas in July deal that was frustrating at first, but turned out to be a superlative special offer. Here's everything we know so far. It goes on to talk about this, folks. You can check it out if you want to check it out. Go over here to this website and get some more info on it. But I want to go down to show you something amazing to me. It says, if you're visiting before October, there are several other special offers that are still available for late summer. Now, I did not know. I thought that the 4-day, 4-park magic ticket ended in August. It goes through October. And what I don't know is, can you start it like October 3rd and run it until the end of your stay? I don't know that. I don't know. Ron, do you have any idea on that?
I would think that. I really don't know. I mean, I can't really speak for the company, so.
Okay, well, I don't know the answer to this, but here's the deal. If you get the 4-day magic ticket and you add the water parks, it's 8 days. If you can start that on the 3rd, if you can start it on the 3rd, you could have that going through October 11th. I don't know if that's true or not, folks. You check that and see. Don't take my word on it. But even still, it's going through October the 3rd. The 4-day 4-park magic ticket. You see it says starting at $99 per day for visits through October 3rd. Okay. If you add on the water park option to this, it's actually like $60 per day. This is a crazy deal, and it is now going, it doesn't end in July. It doesn't end in August. It doesn't end in September. It goes all the way through October. It's wild. You got 40% off for APs. You got, this is just the stuff they're doing to get people to come in there. Culture, I'll go to you first on this. They're adding new deals that are going through the end of the year. You got Priceline deals. You got Disney Plus deals. They are throwing out all the stops to get people to stop by Disney World. Is this going to fix their problem they have that people are noticing now?
Well, they hope so. I'm unconvinced. I think there's a lot of new competition. I think people are taking Epic more seriously, and they are including it because of the young ones. The young ones are more excited to go to Epic and to Universal than they are to Disney. Disney might be old hat, perhaps, at this point. And I think that these deals represent real efforts to increase attendance. I mean, I was watching one of our fellow theme park streamers, the Rogue Attraction fella, walk around the park yesterday, and Epcot specifically, and it was empty.
Yeah,
it was empty on a Sunday. I'm like, what is happening right now? And this is not something that happens this time of year, even if it's hot. I'm sorry. Heat doesn't drive people away from theme parks. They contend with the heat. They run from air conditioner to air conditioner. And I'm just going to tell you, the Living with the Land attraction was empty. Most of, Spaceship Earth actually, I think, had downtime yesterday because of a fire. Or maybe that was the day.
Whoa. What do you, Culture, you just jump in and be like, Spaceship Earth was empty because it had a fire. You can't do that. What are you talking about? Spaceship Earth had a fire.
Reportedly, somebody sent me a note that Spaceship Earth.
Oh boy!
Yeah.
Here we go. With a friend of a bus driver told me.
Oh no, I don't talk to the bus drivers.
The bus driver, unless he's incognito mouse. You talk to that guy.
I don't want him to be. I don't want him to be distracted by me. I try not to be a distraction, but
the bus driver, man.
What I do is pay attention to what Disney's doing. As far as their advertisements go, and they're increasing their advertising right now, especially in, believe it or not, Southern California. This is insane, Pro. It's not just Disney World; it's everywhere. They're trying to bring people in.
Yep. I'll show this, folks. If you want to take a look at the chart we've got right here, talking about crowd levels since the pandemic, they've basically had the same way of handling crowds with Lightning Lane, and you can see that. Last year was down. Of course, we'll just take you through it. 2022, because these are the pandemic years right here. This is where they had all kinds of crazy stuff put in. 2022, average wait time 41 minutes. We correlate these with attendance. 2023, 37 minutes. 2024, 33 minutes. 2025, 32 minutes. And we're still at 32 minutes on 2026. But we believe this is going to dip down now below 32 minutes as we get to August and September, which are historically some of the least crowded months of the year. I mean, August is when school's back and it's hotter than the devil's armpit in Florida. It's a miserable time. I hate it for all of our Floridians, but it's time for you guys to take a trip to Alaska to get out of there in August. Everybody knows it. And then September is still rather empty. So this is going to drop below, and I think we're going to have the lowest levels we've seen since like 2014, 2016. Erica, they're throwing out all the stops to fix it, but I don't think it's enough. I think you have to get down to the 50, 60% level drop in terms of discount to get people to stop by Disney now.
Yeah, a very steep discount. I mean, you walk into the parks and not only is the quality not there, but a lot's ripped up with construction. And then rides aren't performing well. There's a lot broken down. The bad show is more visible. There's more bad show than good show. And it's just not worth the money. So people are finding other ways to vacation. And
yeah, I think you're exactly right. Ron, have you been to the parks much lately?
Yeah, I've been doing a couple live streams from the parks. They haven't been not incredibly busy. see, I was at Epcot last week. It's the wait times. They they'll fluctuate, but it's. I will say this: it is so hot in Florida. It's as hot as it was in the 90s, 80s, 70s, and all of the other decades that
Wait a minute.
Walt
You
Disney
mean-
World has been open over the
You-
summer.
You mean to tell me that it's hot in the summer and has been for a long time?
It's crazy. But yeah, it actually is as hot as always. So, but yeah, I mean, it's really weird. I will say that summer seems to be now the slow time of the year, and there could be a number of reasons for that. Obviously, it seems to me with the whole discount thing that Disney's entire strategy is let's get people talking about how unaffordable it is to come to Disney, and then we'll throw them a bone with these discounts that actually take the price down to what the price probably should be without a discount in the first place. I don't know. That just to me is what feels like their strategy. It's all using old
Mhm.
psychology, but the problem is no matter what price you're paying to get into Disney right now, unless you are like I'm a local pass holder. I have a Pixie Pass, so I can only go Monday through Friday, and sometimes I'm blocked out on extra holidays. But I only pay $25 a month. It's not a whole lot for me, right? But the value to pay anything like to pay 190, I think 209 is the highest price for a day. The value's not there for that, especially in the Magic Kingdom. That to me, one of the craziest things right now is that the Magic Kingdom is the highest priced park still, even with all the construction going on, even with them using duct tape to hold things together, with all the construction walls. It literally is walled Disney World everywhere, and even with a discount, the value to make this your vacation destination, to me, I don't see it.
How much
Yeah,
more of
I
a
don't-
park is Islands of Adventure versus like Hollywood Studios or Animal Kingdom at this point?
Like it's so much. You first of all, you have Velocicoaster, you have Hagrid's over there, Motorbike Adventure. There are there are sections of that park that are down right now, and it's still a way better park. Spider-Man is still an amazing ride. I just found out today there's a secret. I didn't even know about the Spider-Man ride. There's like a phone number hidden in that ride where if you call it, you actually get a voicemail from Spider-Man himself. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and there to me, it feels like generally speaking, Universal is doing more to pay attention to the guest and what the guest wants out of their vacation than Disney is.
Let me show you this real quick, Eric. I'd love to get your thoughts on it. If I can get this to go away and bring this back on the stage. Ron just sent this to me, and I've watched it behind the scenes. It interrupted for a second. I apologize for that earlier. Magic Next Door is posting this, and this comes from 2 days ago, which means it's a Saturday. It comes from a Saturday at
I
Magic
saw that
Kingdom.
post.
It says,
I
this is
just saw it.
wild. I need to check the wait times on the app. Here we go, folks. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, here is, what's the name again? Magic Next Door. Magic Next Door.
Yep, I saw this.
So I'm sitting here in front of the Hall of Presidents, and this park is empty.
Whoa. Let me tell you, to the right of this is stroller parking, and it's never empty in this area. Play it again.
Empty. Insanely empty.
Oh, you can really hear the background music too.
Now we can see with the shadows. I'm going to guess that's about 10 a.m. Is going to be my guess on this one. So it's still early, but that's empty, all right. That is definitely empty. Erica, this is the kind of stuff that's going to hurt Disney because this is going to trend. This is why they got to get those discounts out and get people back to the parks.
I think so. One thing we haven't brought up, and I just not thought of this. I think Disney right now is in desperation mode. They are trying to garner any kind of business they can, but at the same time, I think there's an element of thought with Disney in that It's only temporary. Wait until our projects are finished, like Villains Land, and then they're really going to come back 10 times fold.
Yeah. No.
That's what I'm thinking their train of thought is. So let's hurry up, get them in pack them in as best as we can. We know there's competition out there. We get it. We know, but it's going to get better, guys. It's going to get better. We got this, and this over here in these parks.
Is it at all possible that the outgoing Walt Disney World president just doesn't care right now at all? Like, I'm being completely serious. Like, has he just let his job go because he's outgoing? I hope the new one comes in and just overhauls the whole thing.
There hasn't been much said on DeMaro's part either. You can't tell me he's not aware of all of this, and he's been very quiet, and maybe intentionally, and maybe that's good.
Culture, you've got some thoughts on what might be causing some of this, and it's in particular a comment you put in the back chat. Could you just share with the crowd out there to give them an idea of how badly things are going with maintenance and attraction downtime and all that kind of stuff? Walk us through this.
Yeah, one of the things I do track and pay attention to is the downtime for attractions and stuff like that. And people send me information all the time. I get direct messages on X regularly from people who are in the parks. And, you're looking at, downtimes of, several hours sometimes for things that are going to go down naturally because of storm events. When you have hail or rain, you really don't want to be on Test Track or Cali River Rapids or anything like that. So that's going to have a natural built-in downtime. But when things like Spaceship Earth go offline for 2 hours or an hour and a half or whatever, that's a people eater. And the problem is that you artificially create situations with that downtime where you would think the wait times would crawl up. So when you pay attention to wait times, you're also finding out what the crowd really genuinely is, because people aren't going to wait, at an attraction that's broken down. They're going to go to the next one. And so if you have a report or several reports throughout the day that show downtime for popular attractions, but it doesn't seem to impact wait times at other attractions, something else is going on there. And of course, we all know that one of the reasons why they changed the way that the Fast Pass worked and many other things at the theme parks, and why they were leaning so heavily on the pick a park day kind of an idea, was so they could control their staffing. And so at the same time, when you start seeing downtime for a lot of attractions, but it's not affecting total wait time for other attractions, you have an attendance problem, and you have artificial scarcity that is not being as impacted as it would be. I'm sorry. Just when you see stuff like that happen regularly, it's wild. I mean, Space Mountain went down yesterday. Space Mountain, Spaceship Earth, Test Track, Cali River Rapids. And again, there's a lot of mechanical problems, including at Slinky Dog, which went down for like 2 hours plus yesterday. That's one of the most important attractions at Hollywood Studios, and it feeds into the conversation you were having with Erica a moment ago about the desirability to go to Epic or any of the Universal parks, which, while well maintained, and they do have their share of downtime, they have plenty to do. Whereas the Studios park is a half-day park, Animal Kingdom is a half-day park, and my argument now is that Epcot is a half-day park. This is a problem. Disney has a perception with their audience that the only thing that's worth going to is Magic Kingdom. And as you just showed from that particular clip, it's crazy. So honestly, Pro, I think Disney needs to get in the driver's seat on maintenance, and they need to finish up or wrap up these projects as Eric suggested moments ago. But the question still remains, is that going to change people's perception of the parks? Is it going to actually bring the crowds back? I don't know.
But Culture, we do have confirmation on the fire inside Spaceship Earth. Apparently, Rome did burn down.
Oh, gosh.
We lost the Library of Alexander. They say the smell of sulfur and carbon is impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Is that sarcasm, or are you for real?
Oh, it's sarcasm.
What?
Okay.
What? He got me.
I couldn't tell.
He got me.
I just can't wait for 3 days of you and me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a big story right here. Take a look at it. It is out of Blog Mickey. And Blog Mickey has Bible study at Walt Disney World sparks debate among fans. A backlash over the Bible, Christianity chaos. Well, let's dive in and see what we have to see. A video showing a group of women holding a Bible study at Walt Disney World has sparked a heated debate online. In the video, by the way, if this was any other religious group, there would be no debate online. You know the crew that's debating it online. In the video, we can see that guests attending the Bible study took over a handful of tables in the outdoor seating area at Backlot Express, which I will tell you at this time of year is absolutely, totally empty. It is miserably hot in the outdoor seating area of Backlot Express. It says a speaker addresses the group first, presumably covering a Bible verse or verses to be studied. Smaller clusters of 4 to 5 women per table then discuss the verse or verses covered. Reactions to the clip have been sharply divided. Some guests are now questioning whether the gathering breaks Walt Disney World's official park rules. Instagram user It's Princess Presley posted the video. Before we read the rest of the article, let's go see it, okay? Here we go, folks. We're going to refreshify it. So we're at the beginning. Here we go. Ready?
For the girlies who love Jesus and also Disney, this week we had a guest speaker and went through Philippians 4:6-8. Then after the message, we broke into small groups and we went over some group questions. This study's topic was about joy. We all opened up and shared things that can steal our joy. And also, how was one way we could choose joy this week? It's amazing to see things God is doing in the Disney community. We even got stopped by a girl and she gave us a rhinestone Jesus. Leighton Elizabeth is the girl who hosts these every single month. We spend about 30 minutes in group time and then we go enjoy some Disney magic. If you're looking for community, take this as your sign.
Okay, well, that's interesting. It says, Instagram user Leighton Elizabeth hosts the Bible studies, according to the video. Her Instagram page links to a group called Girls Disney Bible Study. Its FAQ states that meetups happen roughly 1 or 2 times per month at Disney. Organizers describe the gatherings as a time for the group to get to know each other and study God's Word. Plan also includes praying together, grabbing a snack, and then riding rides. Guests hoping to join need to bring a Bible, a notebook, and a pen. Here are the reactions. Reactions to the video have ranged widely. Some guests have voiced support. Others have called it inappropriate. A number of commentators have drawn comparisons to other organized guest meetups, such as Dapper Day and Geek Days. Beyond that, Disney influencers and fan sites have hosted meetups in the theme parks before. What do the rules say? Whether the Bible study breaks Walt Disney World's official park rules is less clear-cut than either side of the online debate suggests. The most direct mention of religion in the rules concerns unauthorized solicitations, which would not be happening here. Walt Disney World prohibits unauthorized solicitations of any kind, whether commercial, religious, educational, or otherwise. That includes any unauthorized commercial activities such as solicitations of money or other contributions or donations. Not happening. A separate rule more broadly covers unauthorized events, speeches, or use of any flag, banner, sign, or other material. This is the rule where the Bible study could arguably run into trouble. They could consider an unauthorized event or unauthorized speech. But the language is limited to commercial purposes, or a part of a demonstration. Anyway, there are people very frustrated with this. For the sake of brevity and for the sake of not making this too sensational, we're not going to put on the usual purple blue hair people who are losing their minds about it. Erica, I'm going to start with you here. Bible studies in Disney World. This, I think, is the effect of Disney needing locals so badly because there are so few international and national guests, and it's being hosted now. Floridians go into the parks to fill in the gap. I think it'd be hard to do that at Magic Kingdom. Maybe they do it, but at places like Hollywood Studios and Epcot, park and come on in, grab a table, grab your Bible. It's different to me, but what do you think about it?
Ooh, it seems like there's a gray area for now that they're getting away with it, but I would really caution any group to pull something like this in a park like Disney. I don't know. I'm a Christian. I like Bible studies. I wouldn't do one at Disney.
Would you do one at Disney Springs?
No. To me, it's inappropriate. I feel like that's a vacation spot. It's hot outside, even in the shade. So why? Just go somewhere else. Don't like someone's house, and then afterwards go to the parks and have fun since you're local. I don't really particularly want to be carrying my notepad and Bible around a theme park all day. I don't want to go all the way back to the parking lot to put it away when Bible study is over, just to walk back into the park. It's just, I don't know. I lean more towards, ooh, yeah, you're probably getting away with it for now, but I think eventually Disney's going to shut it down because of the size. To me, from the video, it looks pretty sizable. And when you're up there, you have a leader who's giving a speech, leading like she's giving a sermon. That the optics there to me just look.
Yeah, there were 20 or 30, I would say, were in the video gathered together.
Size. I'm sorry, and anything. Years ago, when I was a teenager, I went with our youth group to Disney, but it was organized. It was done within what Disney allowed us to do. So we had all the permissions, and we had places that were designated to us by Disney to do Bible studies, to even hold worship. And this was on Disney property. This was before they built.
Disney has historically had places for religious worship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But then they built the big Catholic church down the road, and that all changed, which is fine. I mean, we never had any issues with that, but I don't know. I'm just like, it's a theme park. I get it. Disney, it's a cute idea. The concept is cute and it's endearing, but you have to look at it from the other side, and that's Disney's side, and that's the business side. I just don't think it's all that appropriate.
So let me ask Ron a difficult question and get us into real controversy. You ready, Ron? Ron, you've been a cast member at Disney before, is that right?
Yeah.
You've held many jobs, is that right?
True.
And we enjoy the fact that you've had many jobs because you come in with an insightfulness that we lack because we have not had as many career opportunities as you. So we're not saying that in a way that denigrates you in any way. Ron, in your training as a cast member, what do we do with situations where someone of the Islamic faith wants to have their prayer space so that they can pray in a particular direction while at the theme park?
I witnessed that.
That's why.
While I was working, I did in fact witness that. I saw, and I can even tell you where it was. You'll know.
They
park
using a prayer rug or
using a prayer rug.
And where was this?
This was in front of Ariel's, the Little Mermaid ride of the Magic Kingdom. You know, the DVC kiosk across from that, where there's a big, Titan, Prince. King Triton.
So they pray to the east, right?
Yeah. So over, to the.
That'd be towards Storybook Circus from the location you're talking about.
Right. So they rolled out it was actually a family. They rolled out a prayer rug, and they got down and they did the thing. And we just left them alone. Like, basically do your thing. That's your religion. It's your time of day to do that, and just leave them alone and let it be. That was pretty much it. As long as and where they were, it wasn't disturbing the flow of guests. They didn't do it in the middle of a walkway or anything like that. If they did, we would have said, just please move to a different location to where you're out of the way of people. As far as Bible study is concerned, if they were out of the way of people, and it would depend. If another guest patron was complaining about that to guest services, then there would probably be an issue. But if they went to an area of the quick service, which I believe they did, where they were not disturbing anybody, and of course we have discussed at length that there's plenty of available space right now in the parks.
Sure. And
so they can do this. However, now I would say if they really wanted to create controversy, they'll try to do this on as a group on the boat from the Disney Springs dock to the French Quarter
for the beignets. Bible and beignets. All right, Ron. So here's where it gets sticky. Let's say that I'm in charge of this Bible group, okay? And Disney cast member comes to me, security comes to me, whoever, and says, guys, you can't do this. This breaks our rules. And that person says, do you allow people of the Islamic faith to get out their prayer rugs and do that here?
Yeah.
Then why not us? And that's where I don't think Disney can do anything with this. And I'm not saying what I think about it at all. Okay. I'm just holding that completely back. So folks, don't make any assumption about what I believe about it. I'm just telling you, I don't think Disney can do anything here without stepping into total First Amendment landmines that they don't want to be involved in.
Yeah.
Or PR landmines.
I think it unless the guests are being disruptive to other guests, if there is something that they're doing within that situation, and I'm just throwing this out there. I'm not trying to offend anybody, so I apologize if I do, but perhaps if the leader started yelling like they're speaking in tongues kind of a thing, and it was disruptive to other guests, or any other thing that's disruptive to other guests, then they're breaking a rule that doesn't really have to do with religion, because they're being disruptive, no matter and even if their religion says it, like it's just certain things that you cannot do to be disruptive to other guests. If, for example, if you are a Native American and peyote was part of your religion, you cannot smoke peyote in the parks because smoking is not allowed in the parks.
But Ron, you can speak in tongues during the Tower of Terror on the final drop, right?
Yeah, that's a whole,
just checking.
different situation. I think.
Culture, is it true that you were baptized in the sparkling waters of Typhoon Lagoon?
Well, I've been there before. I don't know about baptized. But
I'm waiting for this story to come out. You know, that was a parody story, but I'm ready for that one. I'm ready to find out that somebody was baptized at Typhoon Lagoon or Blizzard Beach next.
Well, no, actually, there was a better water park that was there long before those other two.
Is that where you were baptized in River Country?
Yeah, no, I was baptized in a church at a very young age, so well before.
Okay,
that, but yeah, no, I'll just say.
Whoa! When you say early age, pre-beard?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you've had one since you were 2, so I just didn't know.
I haven't always had a beard. I was my mom wanted me to shave all the time, but anyway, look, I'll just tell you this: the Disney Park blog officially talks about celebrating Ramadan with Orlando Disney cast on property in breaking their fast, which is called Iftar. And look, if they are doing this on property in what looks to be the Epcot area, you've got a precedent established that Disney allows for religious observance of faith. And you're right, they would be stepping into probably one of the worst civil rights things that they could do if they tried to prevent the Christians from having a Bible study, because they allow for a religious celebration even amongst their cast members in the back north part of Epcot. That would be very bad. And I think that Harmeet Dillon would probably pursue a case against rights against Disney, which is the last thing in the world that they need right now.
Now, I'm going to say again, we could put up some of the commentary that's coming from the typical crowd about this. It's hard to find stuff that's clean that we can put on the screen. I mean, you all know what's going to be said. And so we're not going to do that. I also think that some of the folks, not all the folks, but some of the folks who are really taking umbrage with this might have some stuff going on. So we're just going to be nice, not put it on the screen because it's extreme. Folks, if you want to find it, you go find it. But it's out there specifically on forums. There are forums if you want to go find it. Won't tell you which ones, but you know it's out there. And they are none too happy that there's a Bible study happening at Hollywood Studios or anywhere on Disney property. All right, folks, that's where we'll leave it right now. But you let us know in the comments of the chat. What do you think about that? Is it a probe? Is it a nope from you? We'd love to hear what you think about Bible studies in the park and what Disney could even do if they wanted to, considering all the other issues surrounding it. Folks, it's a heck of a story. It's unusual. But who knows, maybe baptisms at Typhoon Lagoon in the shadow of Miss Tilly real soon.
We'll ride the rides and see the sights, conquer lines, face our frights. Oh, it's a happy holiday with you. Oh, it's a happy holiday with you. Yes, you. Oh, it's a happy holiday with you. A happy holiday with you, yes, you.
Now, folks, it's been a very light day on Super Chats today, but I have a thought on that. I think it's probably because we did a special pro show last night. Valiant Renegade was not feeling well. We did a pro show, and I think many of our fans out there, many of our viewers are saying, "Pro, easy on the old wallet." And we hear you, folks. It's always a pleasure and opportunity to speak together. So whether we have lots or few when it comes to super chats, just know we appreciate you. Troy Gustafson, Gustafson, there we go. Troy, sorry, I have never struggled with your name before, but today maybe. Troy out there says, Culture always had a beard. True.
I'm a hairy guy. Let's just say it that way.
And the Hendersons. Jonas is out there, says, as I walk down to the river country to pray. That's hard to fit that in. I walk down to the river country to pray, talking about that good old way in Typhoon Lagoon, where the water will spray. Oh, Lord, show me the way.
There has to be something in that. Down to the river to pray. I love that song. That's one of my favorites.
If he had put the lazy river, I can fit it easier. There were just too many syllables.
Lazy river to play, to pray. I love it. I love it.
Troy says Jonas is back. What do you got, Culture?
No, I was just saying we need a song. We need to build a song around that. That'd be good.
I like it. All right. You know what else I like? I like sending folks over to the dish. Ron, I wish you would tell us exactly what you have there.
We are going to talk about the Odyssey and its success that Christopher Nolan is having with that, juxtaposed with things like Moana and Supergirl. That it's so funny to see. Like just looking at it, I think Moana's number 2, but it literally has 1/8 of the weekend revenue that the Odyssey had.
Poor Dwayne.
Yeah. And then, but here's the thing. Spider-Man swings into the theaters this weekend, and it's going to take up premium screens. It's going to do all kinds of funny things. We're going to talk about what possible potential effects that has. My family, we got our tickets to Spider-Man on Thursday, so I'm excited about it because
Ron, you're going to be there for the live review with the Pro Show, right? Thursday night.
That's the plan. Absolutely.
Thursday night, folks.
I don't know.
10 p.m. Thursday night.
Did you see the marketing kind of stunt thing that they did with in Paris with that? They had like a bunch of kids come up and sing to Tom Holland, and it was like a a flash mob type thing.
No.
Yeah, so it's on Instagram, and there's a flash mob there. They had this one little girl come up to Tom Holland. Obviously that they had staged this and planned it. I don't know that Tom knew, but somebody had known, right? She's like maybe 3 or 4, goes up to Tom and says, "We have a surprise for you." And he's gets down on his knees and like, "What's the surprise?" He goes, "Look up there." And the guy starts playing the guitar, and the song is Titanium, and this young, maybe 11, 12, 13-year-old male comes out. Maybe he's a little bit older than that.
We call those boys where I come from, Ron.
Right. So this boy comes out, and then a girl comes singing with them, and then there's like the kid. I've seen him in other things where he's got really long hair and he plays the guitar, but he's like, I don't know, 11, 12 years. Anyway, this whole production, my thought to the thing was, now this is clever marketing, even if and the reason for that is because you're watching this and the whole thing just makes you feel good. You got it's the good feels, right? And you're associating that with Spider-Man, and there's nothing negative about it. And what I love about we have seen so much of stars just killing their movie with negative comments about, I don't like this group of people, or I don't like this group of people, or I'm going to dishonor the original creator, or whatever. And I will say, even if Spider-Man's not a good movie, they know what they're doing with the marketing of it, and it's all positive, and it's really good. I can't say anything negative about it, and that's an amazing thing today.
Yeah. 10-4. Well, I can't wait to check out the dish with you, Ron, coming on in just a minute. Culture Casino, what else you got coming on your channel?
Well, I'm going to drop another video. Dropped a video this morning, did a live stream. Probably going to do a couple of shorts. Going to try to figure out why my mic keeps doing that. But I'm also going to aim towards dropping a video tomorrow that gives you a precise breakdown of where the studios are as of July 2026.
It's a great idea. Yeah.
In comparison to where they need to be. And everybody's behind. The only studio that's ahead right now and is profitable is Universal. Warner Brothers, Paramount's break even at best, but Warner Brothers, Disney, and everybody else is in a deep hole. Disney's in a 285, 300
Well, we've completely lost you, Culture. I apologize for that. Mike completely cut out.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's a $300 million hole that they're in right now.
Luckily, it's not a $300 million mic.
No, there you go.
What about MGM Amazon? I'm just curious.
It doesn't. I don't have those numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have those numbers.
Yeah, A24 and Angel Studios. I'm interested in that as well. Here we go, folks. Dogepal, member for 5 months. Oh, brother, where art thou is greater than Nolan's The Odyssey. Yes, I would say there is absolutely no doubt in my mind that's true. I would give, in fact, I'll just tell you off the cuff. So I gave The Odyssey by Christopher Nolan a 6.5. I would give Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou at least a 9 out of 10. I think it's up there. It's a phenomenal, amazing movie and quirky, creative. It stands the test of time. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou is easily a 9 and might be pushing towards a 10. We've got Michael Cooley out there for 5. Take Me to the River was written by Al Green and eventually covered by the Talking Heads and Big Mouth Billy Bass. Yeah, I don't think that anybody really covered it well until the Fish did. Take me to the river. It was the Fish. The Fish did exactly what we needed and gave us the anthem of a generation. Does anybody out there, folks, do you still have a Billy Bass on your wall somewhere? Does anybody still have that Fish? That beautiful animatronic that captured America for all of 16 months. If you've still got one singing today, you let us know. We'd love to hear from you. And I'm all about some of the nostalgia. Where's the Prophet Jabobob? Has somebody hidden the Prophet Jabobob? What the? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem. The Magic 8 Ball. No, I found it. See, I've got a Magic 8 Ball, okay? The Prophet Jabobob. So you might have a Fish on your wall. I've got a Magic 8 Ball. Folks, join in, get a nostalgia item and have it today. And Culture, before we end this, is there anything you'd like to ask the Prophet Jabobob?
Will Spider-Man Brand New Day beat out The Odyssey this coming weekend?
Will Spider-Man. Will Spider-Man Brand New Day beat The Odyssey this weekend?
Yeah.
Domestically or internationally? We've got to be specific with the Prophet.
Globally.
All right. Oh, Prophet Jabobob. Will Spider-Man Brand New Day beat The Odyssey this weekend globally? Hang on. It is certain. Now, I don't know how to hold this so that everybody can see and know that I'm telling the truth, okay? Here, I can't wiggle it a bit. The Prophet Jabobob has spoken. Folks, use whatever camera you have to zoom in. Get your AI to clarify it so you can see. I'm not lying. It says it is certain. So the Prophet Jabobob wins again. And we've lost 15 viewers who say, sacrilege. Paul, what are you doing to us? Caveat ties for 5. Seems like Nolan used to take modern setting and inject them with the classical. With The Odyssey, he did the opposite. Yep, he inverted a lot of stuff. Definitely true, caveat ties. The story, by the way, behind the Prophet Jabobob is, and I'll tell you this real quick before we go. The story is that a long, long time ago, when Pro was a less mature person, very immature, I was definitely into practical jokes and pranks. I did it a lot. I took a lady's cell phone one time as a joke, and I took her cell phone and I put it on top of a ceiling tile above her head in her office, and then we just repeatedly kept calling her phone, and then she couldn't find it. And it was really funny because it sounded like it was in the room. It was just there, and she could not. It's great. I had a coworker when I was in college whose actual name was Karen, and probably still is. Her actual name was Karen, and she had blue hair. Now, she was blonde, but she had a streak of blue hair. And Karen was very, very superstitious to the point that it got in the way of doing work sometimes. And so I went at the time to Kmart and bought a Magic 8 Ball and brought it back because I was so frustrated one day. I bought the Magic 8 Ball, put it on my desk, and when Karen came by, I got the Magic 8 Ball and I said, Oh, Prophet Jabobob, are we going to do work today? And I got reported. So I got reported, and luckily the supervisor thought it was so funny that he brought me in and said, I officially have to tell you this is not okay, but as long as you don't chant to the Magic 8 Ball, it's allowed. So there you go. Oh, Prophet Jabobob. All right, folks, we got to get out of here. Hope you had a good time. Hope you have a great time. Everybody, take care. Go see Ron Bradley with the Dish. Go check out Culture's video tomorrow. And Erica, don't let us forget, when's the next Hanging with Erica and Raph?
It is Friday, Brood Banter at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. That's 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it.
All right, 7 Eastern. Be there.
Ready?